This episode is sponsored by Shutterstock.com. With over 20 million high-quality stock photos, illustrations, vectors, and video clips, Shutterstock helps you take your creative projects to the next level. For 30% off, head on over to Shutterstock.com and use offer code GAMEBREAKER7. This episode is also brought to you by Audible. For a free 30-day trial and to receive a free audiobook, just head on over to audible.com/Gamebreaker.
Gamebreaker TV.
Derbity, 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 derbity.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to After Dark, the live call-in show where you guys make a conversation by calling in live every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. PDT. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's just jump right into it. Let's get this show going and get you guys on the line. But first, you guys know him, you guys love him. Host of many a show here on Gamebreaker. It's Miss... Wait, who are you? Where'd Gary go?
Stop moving. Stop moving, Shaftnet.
Oh my goodness.
Stop moving.
Help, chat room, help! I need help. There's someone here to murder me.
You're lucky.
All right. I'm gonna stay quiet and stay still this entire episode. I'm not gonna move from this position, and I'm not gonna get excited. Because this is a very entertaining show to watch me sit like this. Doesn't everybody just love a host that sits like this and says the news? Aren't you so entertained? Let's get right to it. Here's your viewer video questions. We're opening up the lines. Caller, you're on the line with Gamebreaker After Dark. Tell us your name, tell us where you're from, and tell us your question.
Hello, this is Mohammed from Saudi Arabia.
What's up, Mohammed?
How you guys doing tonight?
How are you?
Good, how are you? Oh, wait, sorry. Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Kind of tired. Anyways.
What is your question, sir?
So I got to... I have a question? I didn't know that. Anyways. I have two questions for you guys tonight. One of them I was supposed to ask last week, but Mike Shaftnet ended the call so early.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I think
all right, let's get on with it. What's the question? What's the question? What's the question? Let's get on with it. We're going to hang up on you.
Jerk.
Right. You guys are so late in the show today. Yeah, anyways. So, the first one is, what is your favorite game myth? The weird myths? Like the one in Tomb Raider. There was, some people were saying that there's a cheat code. If you enter it, you will be able to see Lara Croft nude.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm familiar of what you're talking about. So what is our favorite cheat codes out there?
The weird cheat code myths. The fake ones.
Did any of you guys get the question?
Who else?
No. So what?
What's your favorite cheat code myth?
What is everybody on the call? Oh my god!
Everybody's on the call!
This is supposed to be one question at a time. Where's everybody coming from?
Hey, let's just have a group chat.
Right,
Who's
cool.
on the...
You know, hey, live call in. Let's just have a round table discussion. What's up,
Wait,
everybody?
what the hell is happening?
Gary, get off of Mumble.
You have Mumble open.
Is Mumble open? That's totally... Wait, where's Mumble?
Hey, Gamebreaker peeps. Who's that, Justin?
Mumble. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Shafted. I'm seriously, I'm on to you. I'm on to you. Maybe by episode like 953, you will fucking get this show right.
No.
Probably not.
I don't
Probably
think I will.
not. Probably not.
Not gonna happen.
Why don't we just let all the Gamebreaker people
So
in on the show?
Just start the show again?
No,
we're
we're just gonna hang. No, we're just gonna hang up
We're
on
gonna
you.
keep going with it.
Well,
What is it? What do you want to know? You want to know about urban legend fake codes? Fake codes? I don't know any fake codes. I don't know any fake codes.
There's some really good ones out
X
there.
down, right, left, right, left, right, down,
Up,
down,
up, down, left, right, left, right.
Yeah.
Or maybe is it left,
Contra,
right?
Konami Contra. That's my favorite code. It's the only one I remembered as a kid.
Gosh, cheat code rumors. There's so many good ones. I got to cheat for a minute because there's a show that I like to watch on game trailers that does a lot of video game myths. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. It's awesome. They do it almost Mythbusters style. I'm super jealous. I love the show. Okay, here's actually one of there's two in here. Two episodes that I just pulled up that I completely remember.
He just wanted to see Lara Croft nude. Didn't you get
every nerd did. I didn't actually play Tomb Raider as a kid. So for the record, no, I didn't. I'm just gonna play that up and pretend like I did for the rest of the show, but I never played Tomb Raider as a kid. But yeah, everybody wants to see nudie pixels when they're 13.
Do you want to go down this road?
What road are we going down?
I don't understand.
Mike, would you like to see Tifa and nude?
Yes.
Would you like to see Tifa and nude?
Yes.
I seriously do not understand the naked pixels of internet video games, nor even like the anime porn stuff. I have no idea why people watch that stuff. Just watch porn. Like
the problem is there are literally some people out there that are so fixated on anime that their idea of an atomically perfect correct woman is someone from an anime. So that to them is real porn. But this first question is already going down a road I never thought we'd go down.
Do we have any Twitter questions? How about Twitter? Twitter? Maybe something about new show we launched today. XIV Reborn.
We'll get back to your second question here in a second. Video game rumors. Oh, hey, speaking of which, it's a show. So it's a show over on Game Trailers, and right there, Nude Raider. You can go learn about it all you want. But it's another awesome Game Trailer show. However, the one that stands out in my mind that rings the most memory is the Mega Man. I think it was in Mega Man 9. There's an endless attack mode, and they've kind of always
assless chaps Mega Man assless chaps mode.
Is that chaps Mega Man?
Is that what you're? Yeah,
that's what
you're psyched on. Nice.
No, it's endless attack, and they've kind of always hinted that there was some hidden secret in endless attack, and it's kept the community talking about Mega Man, and a lot of people trying to beat endless attack and solve the problem. I don't want to get into detail of it because they're
obviously you don't.
but I think here's what I will say about interesting, fun rumors like the Lara Croft naked, like being able to obtain the Triforce in The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, like the endless attack in Mega Man. Honestly, and Gary, tell me if I'm wrong here. I think they help keep the life of a video game going. They keep people excited long after the video game would have originally died for them, because it kind of gives them this extra little Easter egg that they can jump in and kind of play.
Really?
I think so.
Wow.
I ended up playing
an awful gamer.
Multiple times.
I'm a terrible gamer because I don't give two shits about this. I gotta be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. I gotta think that's like such a small fraction of the gaming world. Probably everyone that's watching the show now, they all hate me because it's just like, we all care about this, and Gannon doesn't care at all. I don't care. I never look up codes. I don't think honestly, I swear to God, I don't think I've looked up a code since the Konami code.
Well, that code's super easy because it's the same code all the time.
Are any of them that good?
That's how you do a cheat code. You just make it the same thing and give it in every game.
Are any of them that good? Like, I don't want. Here's the thing. I don't want God mode.
The thing is,
like, I know that they're there. I know that you can unlock that stuff, but I don't even want. And like most of the stuff I ever hear about, I don't even want it. Like, I don't want God mode. I don't want like an unfair advantage. Like, I kind of want to just experience the game. So I guess maybe for a small portion of the community, they like. Is that their mod? I mean, that's the thing. I'm more into mods. Like, I can mod the shit out of Skyrim all day long and keep playing that. That's longevity. Codes, nah.
But the Lara Croft thing isn't necessarily a cheat code. That was something.
Oh my God! Because you want to jack off to some like pixels? Like, really? Like that's a code.
But it wasn't a legitimate code that someone programmed into the game. There was someone who discovered a model like an untextured, unclothed Lara Croft in the game, and people were trying to figure out the process.
I know.
I think the interesting
it's
part
always
of
some
it
creepy
is,
dev who is coding, and he's just like, I'm gonna leave this little bit of code in this thing, and somebody's gonna find it someday.
There's an interesting story to it. I don't remember the full story, but I remember watching the game trailers pop facts episode, and it was really interesting. And I think that's where I like Easter eggs like that, and like not even specifically nude characters, but just fun Easter eggs. Like for example, in God of War, another episode I talk about in God of War.
You're unhappy when they're not nude.
If you strike a statue enough times in God of War, I think it's like 500 plus. I believe you get a phone number, and then if you call the phone number, it's like a message from Kratos. It's like stuff like that is cool. It brings it into reality.
That is kind of cool. That's almost like an achievement.
Yeah.
That's a real life achievement. That's different.
But that's. I mean, I don't know. We saw Muhammad online. Muhammad, I mean, is that kind of the mystery rumor cheat code that you were talking about?
What does Kratos say to you when you call him? He's like, I've Mike shafted.
I could pull it up here while I'll pull it up while Muhammad.
I'm wearing assless chaps right now. Mike shafted. You've broken the code.
What's your second question?
Well, before I ask it, I want to suggest a game for Gary for Zista. Make Zista play Moonbase Alpha.
Yes. You're saying Desert Bus or what? What was the first one?
Desert Bus or Moonbase Alpha. Moonbase Alpha.
Those are two on the list, yeah. So for those playing along at home, Zista, one of the Gamebreaker Nation peeps, was live streaming during the week, a 24-hour live stream because he lost a bet, and he had to live stream Train Simulator 2013 for 24 hours. And then during his live stream, he said that the person who had the highest donation to his stream would get to pick the next game that he plays this week. And I just so happened to be that person.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I don't have the dramatic gopher cued.
So I'm not quite sure, but maybe we'll be getting a call from Mr. Zista sometime during the show, and I will have to reveal what game I will be having Mr. Zista play. So, Desert Bus is a good one.
All right.
Moonbase was actually on my list as well. He apparently already played it and said it's awful. So, could be a good one.
So was that it? Was that your last question there that you had for us, Mohammed, or did you have something else?
No, that was not my last question. That was my last question.
Mohammed's got his own show. We're giving Mohammed his own show. Welcome to Gamebreaker.
A new segment like Eduardo's Corner called Mohammed's Corner.
What?
What's the last question you got for us?
That was good. And my question is, are games beginning to have too much sexual content? Because the last Final Fantasy 13, the third one that's coming out, they are making some adjustments to the main character. It's called Lightning. They are making her breast bigger, and they are adding a Jiggle Physics stuff. And they also said, depending on the costume you are wearing, she will do some jiggly stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary kind of already made mention of that he doesn't understand.
Jiggly physics. Hey, developers know what sells games, and obviously, like, guys like to look at chicks in video games and pixels, so they're gonna make jiggly physics and make larger boobs and do all that kind of stuff. Is there too much of it? Really? I don't know. No. I'll say no.
I don't get it, but gosh darn it, I want more jiggly women in my video
I don't
games.
get it, but I'm not against it. Let's put it that way. I'm not against it. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have a problem with it? I don't have a problem.
I don't feel that women are over sexualized.
What do you think about the games that are like completely over the top?
Dead or Alive.
Yeah, like what? How do you feel about that?
I'm a guy. I can't even truly like say it bothers me or it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't.
I can't say that in
the
industry it's not too much because I just don't care about it. Like I'm a guy. Of course I'm.
Don't say you don't care about it because now you just say you don't care about like women's like living rights or anything. Don't say that.
It's not like I'm just like I'm not gonna pick up that game. It's girls in bikinis. How dare they? I'm the market. I'm the person who they want to go buy that game. So of course I don't see a problem with it.
Objectification of the opposite sex is not. I It's not new. It's not like it's like some new thing that just happened and just cropped up overnight. I mean, I don't know. Most of the female gamers, especially the Gamebreaker crew, are like, they talk more about boobs than we do. Like, seriously, like the Gamebreaker chat has more pics of boobs and cosplay than, and none of them are being posted by guys.
I should.
Yeah, you don't hang out in there.
I should clearly if there's pictures of boobs being posted by other girls.
And now that I've said it, it's like open reign. Forget it. Right now, I am sure like our internal chat is just being plastered with look at people are just throwing hearts up. Like,
boobs.
That's
boobs.
it. So I don't have a problem with it. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough for me either. I don't have it either. Well, we wait for.
You know what I don't think? Where I do. I guess where I. You know what games I don't get into? There's a whole line of those like. There's just a whole line of like really effed up games though, like rape games and. Sure, there and that's. I don't
qualify those as games though because I don't even. I guess you're right because those do. I see those and I'm immediately disgusted by those. I agree with you.
Yeah, like they don't, you know what? They're so not even on my radar. Like when I do see an advertisement or somehow come across something like that, like they don't even blip on my radar. It's not even like a real thing to me. It's so ridiculous. I met one of those guys one time. I was at,
you actually made one?
No. I met one of the, like main developers who is a really like prominent company who makes those types of games. We were at the W Hotel at GDC San Francisco. This is like maybe like 3-4 years ago. And you're meeting people, you're mingling, you're having drinks, and you just always randomly are just like, hey, you know, we're all in the industry. That's what everybody's there for during GDC. You're like, hey, what do you do? Blah, blah, blah. And this dude just like comes right out and I forget. He's like, oh, I'm blah, blah, blah company. Yeah, we make like rape bastard, bitch 101. Like, and I was like, and we do this. And I was like, what? And he was just like rattling off all these games. And I was just like, he's like, yeah, we're looking for like distribution and publishing.
How do you get publishing and distribution for
I don't know.
Games?
And then once he found out what we did at Gamebreaker, he was like, would you guys talk about our games? Would you like talk about, you know, make like an adult show maybe? And I'm like, yeah, sure, dude, hit me up. Yeah, hit me up on the Twitter. Yeah, it's Fartface2984 at Twitter.
Fartface24 is probably either really happy or really upset you gave away his Twitter.
Probably.
Back then.
But those games are just so not on my radar. Like they're just there's very little place. Yeah,
I agree with you. Real quick before we move on though, I haven't previewed this. This might not be it, but I think I found one of the secret messages that Kratos, if you called him.
Oh, here we go. Shaft it. I'm wearing assless chapless pants.
By the gods, you've done it. Somehow you found your way here to me. I offer you my congratulations and my respect.
Now
Together,
go the fuck
we
to
shall
sleep.
conquer the perils that lay before us, and we shall always...
Dude, they did it. They found our Easter egg.
Who are you?
It's me, David Jaffe. I directed the game.
What game?
Your game, God of War.
Go away, or...
Dude, don't you get it? These guys, they spent all that time breaking those statues. I mean, they must have taken, like, forever. And then they figured out the whole secret code thing.
I do not know what you are talking about.
We hid this secret pretty damn deep, huh, Kratos?
If I kill you, I will get help for...
So wait. If you got the secret from the net or a magazine, then actually you kind of suck. I mean, work for it a bit, right, Kratos? Actually, can I call you Krait?
No. Go away, Rob.
Don't you hate it when they get the codes off the net? So lazy. Hey, say, Krait, what are you so pale for?
I am serious.
You know, up close, you actually look kind of tasty if you don't mind me saying.
How long is this?
Kind of
That's it!
You get the gist of it. I'm sure he just finishes out and kills him, but you get the gist of it. I don't know. To me, secrets like that, Easter eggs like that, build and you didn't even know it existed. It's fun when you come across it. New Lara Croft is just a poor example of how good Easter eggs can keep.
Okay, well, I've been educated today because I've never gotten a call from Kratos. That's the first time I've heard it. So yeah, I agree. That's a pretty cool Easter egg, and yeah, that's kind of cool and fun.
All right, let's open up the lines and get to it.
Thank God for YouTube.
Yeah, right. Now you don't have to spend the time doing it yourself.
That's not happening. Not hitting that statue 5,000 times for David Jaffe and Krait.
You know, you just experienced it right there. All right, caller, you're on the line with Gamebreaker After Dark. Tell us your name, tell us where you're from, tell us your question.
Hi, it's Dempleton from Delaware.
Yo, yo.
It's an honor to actually be talking to you, both of you, Gary Gannon and Mike Shaffnet. Long time fan.
Taxes.
I just wanted to ask you a question about my first MMO 10 years ago. I was 14. I was playing EverQuest Online Adventures for the PlayStation 2. A lot of fond memories. Sony shut it down and just won't let it be emulated or anything. And I just wanted to get your guys' opinions on like why wouldn't Sony like allow like the community to emulate it, or do you think they'll ever release it again some type of way? Because I would love to see it like emulated on the PC. Is it just because it's their code and they don't want anyone to see it, or like?
Yeah, I mean it's probably a lot of different reasons. I mean, the first reason you're going to get into, like, they can't just they're not going to put like the time and effort probably into upkeeping the code and making sure it's stable and running and all that. And they're also not going to be able to turn over the code to the community and kind of make some like open source project, because who knows what you guys do? You put like, you know, naked Kratos in EverQuest, and then all of a sudden Sony Online's getting hauled off to court and stuff like that. But that's really the truth, right? They can't just like open up their code and just say like, hey, oh, this is cool. Like, you know, it sounds awesome that like, oh, like, hey, just you guys are not going to do anything with this. It's just going to sit in a vault somewhere. Why not give it to the community? But the problem is, it's still, I mean, EQ is still a huge IP, right? I mean, look at this weekend. I'm heading off tomorrow to SOE Live for EverQuest Next. How are you psyched about EverQuest? Yeah. EQ Next. Are you excited? Are you excited? Are you excited? I'm kind of excited.
Absolutely. Yep. I can't wait to.
So, do you want to know what I'm hearing? I guess I can say. I guess I could say what I'm hearing because I've never played it. They've never showed it to me.
I would.
Screw it.
So.
You know,
you're just gonna get people who talk to you in trouble, and they're
I've never played it, but so you know what I'm hearing. You know what I'm hearing? You want to know what I'm hearing?
I don't. It's a sandbox. That's all I know.
I'm hearing it's kind of like EverQuest, with some quests but not a ton, and kind of like Minecraft. I could be wrong.
That's what a sandbox is.
Right. But Minecraft is very. But no, Minecraft, like building
big and like
shit.
Yeah, like you're creating areas and able to build your structures. And
I don't know if that's true. Those are the rumors that have been floating around lately. But I've seen nothing, so Sony can't get mad at me because I've literally been shunned. I've not seen anything. I will find out. I will see it this weekend. I'm leaving tomorrow. Love you, SOE.
I'm thinking it's going to be like Arc Age, Minecraft-y with the EverQuest IP on it.
What do you think? You think people are going to be really excited about EverQuest Next? I can't figure it out yet.
Well, I think
it depends if it looks good.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, they're like building this thing up to be like the next coming. Like it's like all of a sudden like UFOs are going to land, aliens are going to pop out, and Smedley's going to get taken away, and it's going to be like, you know, diamonds and mages. I don't know. I'm excited for EQ Next. I think, I don't know, Sony needs... I was really excited about PlanetSide 2, and I don't know where that's going. It's a little... went a little sideways. Hopefully they get back on track. I hope. But man, EQ Next, I'm actually kind of excited about EverQuest Next. I can't tell what the community is excited right now about it.
I think that the other thing here with you know, problems where you say, you know, why won't they let the community take that over? It kind of leads into what Gary was saying, but not just because, and this, I guess this is kind of what you're getting at with the second point. They want to keep the IP of EverQuest as clean as possible. It doesn't matter how...
I mean, that's SOE's bread and butter. Make no mistake.
It doesn't matter how fond your memories were of old EverQuest. If anyone goes back and plays it now and it leaves a bad taste in their mouth, that immediately shoots down any chance that they'll get those players to come in and play EverQuest Next.
EQ2 already did that.
Exactly. So
sorry,
they've got to kind of keep the idea and the purity. Oh darn it! I didn't turn off the screensaver.
I will hip chat you.
Are you guys familiar with Project 1999?
I have no idea what that is. Enlighten me, sir.
I think 2 or 3 people run it, but it's basically an EverQuest Classic server run privately, and anyone can play on it, and Sony knows about it. And I think they took them to court, but they said as long, like, I guess they're letting them run the server, like thousands of people, like I think 2,000-ish people play on this server.
What's the real reason behind playing on that server and not just playing on one of the classic servers or something like that that Sony's running? What's the main reason? Is it there's no sub fee or anything?
There's a big. It's basically the first 2 expansions only, and they don't plan on going past that. And Sony doesn't offer that, and that a lot of people are fans of just EverQuest, and then I think up to Velius is when people have an opinion that.
I mean,
after Velius, things really went downhill.
Yeah, I guess in certain instances like that, they probably sat down with the legal team. They kind of analyzed the entire situation. They probably laid some parameters down for those people running the server to say, hey, we see value in you running something like this. And there's obviously people who want to play this. If you kind of adhere to this legally, we'll leave you guys alone. Because in that sense, it's sort of like, hey, this is going to let the EQ sort of, name and brand live on to certain people who kind of want to keep playing it like that. But I would assume that they're not just like handing over the keys to the castle on EverQuest and the code for those guys. They probably have to adhere to some specific rules. I would imagine they probably don't profit off of it. They probably don't make money off of it. They probably don't charge for it. They probably are not allowed to alter any code or anything like that or anything. So
they alter. I think they do alter the code, but they don't make any money off of it.
Interesting. I don't know. I mean, I'm all for like companies kind of like opening stuff like that up, but it gets dicey, right? Because as soon as somebody makes like the naked mod for the game and people are running around and people are confusing that for the real SOE product, it becomes a problem. So it's kind of a give and take thing. I am psyched for EverQuest Next though this weekend. I'm gonna keep bringing it back to EverQuest Next. I'm not living in EQ past. EQ is my first MMO, pretty much.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that on. I think they said it's live streaming on Twitch.
Yes. So on Twitch, guys, tune in. The whole entire keynote will be live streamed, and we will probably have. I would expect here. I'll throw this out now. You should expect at about noon. I think on Friday, sometime around there, are some Gamebreaker information to kind of drop as well. So we will hopefully get a look-see at the EverQuest Next. I'm leaving tomorrow for Vegas to go to EverQuest Live, SOE Live. So if anybody's going to be there, ping me. I'll be there. Tweet me. I don't know.
Be interesting. I accidentally thumbed back into Gamebreaker work chat, and Gary, I mean, I just those pictures of boobs are just popping up left and right. It's just
are they really?
Yeah, it's just it's
oh.
I mean, they're just all over the place.
Come on, really? That had to be Sev. Sev's joking around. Oh man, he just ruined my night.
Oh, there's.
Can you bring it back? Is there anything in there that can kind of just like reel that back in and make the rest of this show just a little bit brighter?
Just a little bit brighter. Well, let's see here. There's so many. There's so many though. All right, here. I mean, we've got.
They really dropped that many. This is Gamebreaker behind the scenes right here.
Well, here,
okay, there you go. Okay,
I'll just bring up the chat. I'll bring up the whole.
All right. Who posted that one? Can
I? Let's see here.
Q.
This one's posted by Black-Tarded.
There, no, go down.
This one's posted by Missy.
Okay.
This one's posted by Missy.
Thanks, Missy. I feel you've avenged me. Thank you.
That one's posted by Sev. And then Brian Snow with the winner there.
Yeah. Brian. Really, bro? Of course. The dude.
Wait, I want to close that because I need that. That's got important information that I'll need.
Chat says Brian Snow, F you. There you go.
All right.
Writing some Eve articles.
I'm not sure if we have another call on the line, so just in case we don't,
let's do a Twitter. Hey, let's talk about. We can talk about. We launched a new show today. You want me to just throw a plug in? I'll just talk about show.
You can throw that show in. I was like, wait, Waypoint's not new. It came out last week.
Yes, we were just launching shows like crazy. Waypoint episode 2 is up, but we launched a new show, Final Fantasy. We relaunched XIV Reborn. Holy crap. What a reception.
Yeah, you guys had a huge turnout for the first show.
Couple thousand people showed up for the live show. Who knew? I was going to be happy if like 500 people showed up. I think we got close to 2,500 on the first show. I'm happy. Thank you.
And I'm getting some really good positive reception from people on Waypoint, so thank you everybody who's been watching that.
Waypoint is kicking ass. If you guys haven't watched Waypoint, you have to. You have to watch. If you didn't watch Waypoint this week...
Vivendi splits from Blizzard, Battlecoin currency, PTR testing, and multiple LFR queues. Man, that guy. What's up, guys, and welcome to Waypoint,
wait,
your weekly...
Here's the big question about Waypoint is how does Mike Shaftnit, like, one-up that?
I had someone tweet me that. There's no one-upping it. I peaked. It's episode 2
and it's done.
I
just
might
go
as well
away.
Just quit, because I can't go on anymore.
Yeah. That's just the intro of the show, by the way. You guys should go watch the show because it's a really good show, but that is the intro. That's how good it is. So, yes.
Yes. Please go check out Waypoint. The funny part is I'm getting first episode I get a lot of negative comment about how much I move. Second episode I got a couple comments about like I can't believe you would promote gun violence. Like
I can't believe gun violence.
Like it was a whole rant about how like how dare you too soon, America, Sandy Hook. I was like, really?
Well, Aaron, I'll actually state that there's a whole YouTube and gun thing. It's definitely weird. So I was messing around with this. It's fake. So I know normally on YouTube, like I am a gun owner. I am a real gun owner. There's like etiquette of clearing a gun. You're supposed to clear a gun and make sure this isn't a real gun.
You can't pull the thing.
I can't clear it. Just for the sake of YouTube. Thank you. It's not a real gun. So nobody's getting hurt.
I don't know. Does Freddie Wong clear every gun in every video that he does?
They're probably not real. He doesn't. No.
Like
when people
over the tips.
No, I'm talking about like when people do like real gun stuff, like when they show off, like when they do like gun videos, because this could be people could think like, oh, he's got a real gun. People do like real gun videos. They always start and like clear the chamber. Yeah, it's like proper etiquette. No, it's not a real gun.
Not a real gun, so I can't do it. All right, we got a caller on the line. Let's open up the lines and get this show moving again. Caller, you're on the line with Gamebreaker After Dark. Tell us your name. Tell us where you're from. Tell us your question.
Hi, it's Dibface from Maryland.
Hello, Dibface. How are you? Did you have fun in Cube World?
I'm good. Huh?
Is this Dibface?
Yeah, it's Dibface. Did you have fun in Cube World, Dibface?
Cube World. You called last week. You said Cube World sucked, and then
that's why I called.
And yeah, okay. So this is people who didn't watch last week's show. Let me set this up. Dibface called in last week as a call, and he talked about Cube World, and he said he didn't really enjoy Cube World. So I said, hey, okay, this week we're all gonna play Cube World together. We finally got together last Friday, and so what's the report? Did you have fun, or do you still hate it?
He hated it so much he hung up on you.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello?
Did you hear any of that?
Did you hear any of this?
It cut out a bit.
Oh, okay. So basically, I could repeat myself again.
The chat room and the video got what you got, but I guess the general question, Dibface, is: did you enjoy? You didn't like it before. Did you enjoy Cube World when you got in and started playing with other people?
So that's the weird thing, right? Like playing by myself and then like playing with other people is a completely different experience, and it's like. It's so much fun just with other people there, and it's a completely different game, and it's just blowing my mind.
It's okay. Normally, it's not that much fun, but Mike Shaftnit and I are pretty fun guys, so
it's true.
Pretty much.
I go home in the mirror and I tell myself, "You're a fun guy.
You're a fun guy." No, but isn't it the truth? I mean, online games are meant to be played with people. Wow, imagine that. It's crazy, I know, but a lot of MMO players especially have started playing games like a single-player game. It's not that much fun. I'm going to throw a plug in. That's why we're creating the Gamebreaker Nation. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not going to plug it. No.
Let's do all the plugs. Super Mega Awesome Time.
No, because I'm not going to plug it anymore, but that's actually why I want to create it. Because, but actually what we did, like how we jumped in, and it was like, you were like, I'm not having a ton of fun in here. But you know what? If you had friends to jump into, we proved the point. Like, you went in, we came in, and we had a great hour. It was a lot of fun. And just because you jumped in with a group of people that were just having a good time.
You don't.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's. I get that it's alpha, too, and that it's still kind of empty, but there's, like, enough there to do to actually, like, have a good time. And just, like, you can just, like, oh, there's a cave. Let's go explore the cave. Or, like, there's a big old mountain. Let's go see what's over there. And it's just fun with other people. But
and
like,
it's fun and intriguing sometimes. Like it doesn't not everything. Like I think if you're playing with a good group of people, not everything has to have an absolute. Like it doesn't have to have an absolute direction. You know, and going into the MMO thing, like I always talk about sandboxes, right? And like that's kind of what sandboxes have. And sometimes when you jump into a sandbox game, if you're not with the right group of people, yeah, you're lost. If you tried solo or single player, you're like, what the F am I doing? Which is kind of like Cube World. But as soon as you just jump in and you're just like, oh, we're just a couple people running around this world and it's okay not to really have a direction, and we're just gonna goof off and joke around on chat and talk, and you have a good time. So I'm glad you had fun. I had a lot of fun. We, posted them up, and people.
Yeah, I had a ton of fun.
I really liked it when you're with someone.
Yeah, what's your hope?
My hope for the game is that, like, eventually down the line, there's something to do, like, single player. Because, like, as it stands right now, like, because I was thinking about this, you pretty much have to play with other people, or you're just not going to enjoy it.
Why do you want that single player experience? Why isn't it okay? Why isn't it okay just not to be single player? Like, I don't get that.
Well, okay, because, like, here's the thing, though, right? Like, you have to pay $20, and if you don't have anybody else that can play with you, like, that's essentially a waste of money. And, like, coupled with the fact that the shop was always going up and down, right? Like, if you don't have anybody else that you can play with, you're kind of tossing away. It's a gamble, right? Because you would think that at the very least, you can play this game by yourself and have single-player content to enjoy. But
here's the thing: I think
that's not there. It just feels weird.
The single-player content is the type of content you have to be the type of player who's literally okay logging in and just being excited to see what's over the next mountain. You have to be the type of player who wants to pretty much challenge the impossible. Like, when I've played by myself, I get excitement out of it because I'll try and go do sword missions by myself, which is ludicrous. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. But then I feel much, more excited about my experience when I'm able to accomplish that.
So
I get that every
interesting.
player doesn't like that, and that's
it's so interesting how we play differently. It's like so interesting. Like I honestly, so you got the accounts for Cube World. We played that initial night. We played with Dibface. I have never logged into Cube World besides the times that we've played together. And it's not because, like, I'm a bad gamer and I don't play games. It's because, like, I can't imagine going into Cube World without, like, a bunch of people, my friends, and doing it. Like, I have no desire to. Like, I have none. Like, I want to play with.
Now too.
But I'm okay with that. Like, I'm like, okay, I may not play this game for a couple of days or something like that.
But the difference.
And again, I'll go back to Gamebreaker Nation. But here's the. And I keep making it about that, but I don't really want to make it about like what we're doing. But I hear you. And from what you're saying is why I want to make this thing. Because I want you to have more people to play with, right? And I want you to be able to jump into a Mumble server and just be like, holy shit, there's like 40 people on playing Cube World. What server are you guys on? Jump in with 4 other people and go explore. Like, I'm tired of you not having that. But from a game design standpoint, I am so okay with games just doing one good thing really well and not having to be single player.
I think that's okay too. But at the same time, like, you have to think, like, as a first impression, because, like, Cube World, it's like, oh, hey, new game. A bunch of people are going to go buy it and then play it. And as a first impression, that's going to be their experience. And maybe they don't know that it's much better online. Like, maybe they think, oh, this is the game. It's boring. It's dull.
I can see that, because I guess you also have the Minecraft sort of mentality of, like, it looks a little bit like Minecraft. You think it's going to be like Minecraft, then you get into it and you're like, wow, this isn't so much fun being solo and I can't really build stuff, so what do I do? I can see that. I mean, it's alpha, right? Who knows where they're going to take this game?
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. It is alpha. There's still a lot that they can put in. There's still a lot that they can do with the game.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time. Mike, what you like actually playing it solo?
Well, and that's kind of what I was gonna say is I think that the reason I've found I'm glad that the first time I sat down and actually played, I think it was the very first time you and I don't know, I logged in for like maybe 5 minutes just to understand the controls, but I didn't play Cube World for the first time alone. And like I said, the first episodes of SMAT are the first time I played it. Once I was done, I found myself wanting to jump back into the game and keep playing because it was so much fun. And I was okay with the isolated atmosphere because I'm the type of gamer, and there are other types of gamers out there like me. And I understand what you're saying. It's not everyone, and it can't be for everyone. There are people out there that enjoy playing by themselves, so that when they come and play with their friends, they know what they're doing. They've got a lot of items to give their friends. They can help carry their friends to do fun things. Because here's the real ironic thing that I think about it. And we did the 3 of us did it a little bit on the live stream. My favorite thing to do in Cube World are the sword missions. And, we were doing it for maybe 20 minutes, getting nowhere. And you're just like, all right, screw this, I'm out. But I really like those, and I'll be playing with one other person as 2 water mages, and we'll literally just go from sword mission to sword mission, pulling bosses, and they're just running in circles, kiting the boss, and that's it. And that's fun, and that's exciting for me.
But if you're with even one other person, you're gonna feel like when you and I are recording SMAT, I have a ton of fun, just 2 of us. What I guess the difference is, what's funny is also like another reason why I don't, and I get angry when like you play solo because then you jump back in and you want to play with your character. I'm like, no, I don't want to. No, but here's why: because I don't really even want a high level character because I'm literally not playing in those downtimes. Like I'm waiting. Like I know we're gonna play like next Thursday we're playing, and I'm waiting for that time to play Cube World. I don't really want to play with you like at like 10 levels higher than me because like what's over that like hill is like an exploration. I don't know, and I think maybe it's a little like maybe I am an RPer. Maybe that's really just what it comes down to. Maybe I'm just maybe I've been denying it all my life and I'm an RPer. That's basically what it comes down. No, but I like jumping in, being at the same level like you were talking about, like jumping in playing solo and then having items to with your friends. I don't want you to give me shit in the game. Like I don't want you to like boost me up. Like I don't want any of that. Like I don't want any of that. Like I want to just jump in with a couple buddies and just kind of go and see what's over that next mountain. That's like fun to me. And then having the hard time and like beating on it for like 10, 15 minutes and dying, that's fun to me. I don't want to just like
no BS because we did that time and time again on the swords and you didn't want to do it. You were like, no, screw this, I'm done. Let's go explore. I don't want to waste my time anymore.
No, I mean there's a point where you're just like, we are not going to beat this thing. Let's go do something else. We'll come back to this when we're like, at a better place for sure. But
you know how you get to that better place? You sit there and do it for 20 minutes so you kill the thing and
get
like
another
800 experience and then you level up.
Again, like another game that's Dib, are you still on?
Yeah.
We lost it.
No, he's here. He's here.
Like another game I'm playing right now, which is like I haven't even tried the single player, but Payday 2, right? Like I'm playing Payday 2 with a couple friends, which is a 4-player co-op game, which is like a heist game where you're criminal and you're bank robbers. Awesome experience. Awesome experience. You can't have this experience like solo. Like you just can't. You have to be with 3 other people and kind of experience this mission and this thing and how it happens with real people, because that is the experience. That is the game. Like it'd be ridiculous to try and play something like that by yourself, which you can't anyway, but I'm just saying in general.
See, and I mean, the other thing too, like an argument that I've heard, which I might or may not agree with, I don't really think I agree with it, but like some people are saying like, oh, of course you had fun. You're playing with friends. You can play with friends and have fun in any game, but it's like Cube World lends itself well to that though. Like there's just, it's exploration and you can just like go anywhere and do anything. And it's like there was that cave that we found, that giant cave, and then like
that was awesome.
We were just and we were just going through it, and then like that vampire came out of nowhere, and then like Shaftnet screamed like a little girl, and it was great. But
yeah, like the deeper and deeper it went, we were all expecting to kind of like see daylight at some point and get out of it, and we didn't. We just kept going deeper, and it was like, where is this going? This is crazy. Like none of us have been in a cave this deep, and that can only happen in a group setting. So I am
exactly.
I've been playing MMOs and covering MMOs for so many years now, and I think it's something we've lost so much in the industry. Like I feel like certain games have kind of like stripped that, and a lot of like there's nothing wrong with being like a more newcomer MMO and you didn't play some of those older games. That's totally okay, but we've lost that aspect to some extent in MMOs, and I wish we could get it back, because those moments, those stories of you calling in and talking about this one time is something you'll probably talk about like a year from now to somebody. And you don't get that always from a single player experience, because I can't totally have a conversation about a single player experience with somebody who doesn't really connect with it.
It's interesting. I'm
glad Dib had fun.
What's that?
I'm glad we had fun. That was a great session.
I'm glad we did too. And I mean, the big thing is, I think it is, at least for us, it was a success story. The only problem is now we run the risk of everybody's going to start calling in and be like, I don't like this game.
Oh yeah, that's not happening.
We're going to play on Friday.
Not all the time. Who knows? Maybe we'll do it again. Who knows? But Dib was sincere, and we were all about the Cube World, and he didn't have fun, and I'm glad he had a good time. Because like I said, I think it's a multiplayer game, and Zista actually in chat said it really well. And the other thing I think I like about Cube World so much is that there's a lot of hooks in the game that seem to lend themselves to something that's much bigger, much broader, in the MMO sense, and we'll see where they go with it, right? Who knows? I kind of have a feeling that they're sort of, I think they kind of are probably taken back a little bit right now by the amount of success it's had, and they probably don't know exactly where it's going to go. But it's been really interesting. So, and I'm having a blast actually following all the modders and the people making skins, because that alone tells you, like, man, there's something cool here.
Yeah.
So.
It's going to be interesting. All right, let's move on. But before we do, I want to tell you guys about an amazing sponsor of ours that has just been an absolute lifesaver for me. I've been, tweeting a couple times. I told people I was really excited. I signed a contract to work on the very first feature film graphics, and I'm super excited. I'm doing that in my evenings, and I thank God for Shutterstock is all I've got to say. Not only for elements, but even for just inspiration. So I'm working on a survival horror movie and creating title graphics and some visual effects, and I mean, just some absolute amazing elements over here on Shutterstock. I'll make it a little bit of a wider view so you can see. I used some of these ink spatters, which I mean are just perfect for kind of setting a very eerie tone. When you're doing title graphics, you can change them.
Oh, that's badass. You like lay that over some other footage and stuff. Yeah,
get
that's
some
totally
text
cool.
going, and it made a really awesome intro sequence that that the clients were super happy with. So, obviously there's some good stuff here that I've used, but even in general, I mean, if you're just looking for inspiration, we're working on a horror movie. I need to set the tone for myself. I need to understand, the graphics. I actually had to composite a shot of a moon with a tree at night. And so we've even got, great shots that I wouldn't have even had to composite. I could have just come here right to Shutterstock and downloaded some stock footage of a moon and some clouds in the night. I mean, it's perfect if you don't necessarily have the shots that you're looking for, and you can just come over to Shutterstock and actually purchase them.
Here's the thing. It's not like this is a secret, but when I first started out, before I was even editing, doing a lot of like motion graphics and stuff and After Effects work, even the pros, like all the pros use this stuff. Like they don't necessarily go out and like shoot moons. They go and like go to Shutterstock and download.
How much on big movies? Do you know how much it would cost a professional set to shoot a moon? They'd have to pay union dues.
They alter
have to
that.
pay for an assistant camera, a cameraman, a grip.
And they're going to alter that footage, and they're going to do things with it, manipulate it, and do things like overlays and kind of composite modes. And I'm talking all kinds of technical terms that people are like, what is he talking about, composite modes? But the core elements, a lot of the times, come from things like this. Like you said, those ink splatters looked awesome, and I already like the motion graphics like in me like immediately envision what like a title sequence could look like with that sort of like text and sort of flowing. So we use Shutterstock constantly every single day, pretty much at Gamebreaker TV, and now you've got me inspired to do even more.
It's great. It's absolutely. I mean, come on. How many guild videos need to start with a flaming skull? And then right as he opens up, boom,
skull.
it's a raid.
I am waiting. No, that flaming skull. I am waiting because somebody in the Gamebreaker Nation and our crew, I'm telling you, they are going to use that for something for their guild, like their intro, their YouTube videos, or something that is going to be used. Because if not, I am going to use it. That is so awesome.
I'll use it on Waypoint if I have to. It's great. It's great. And guys, Shutterstock, as we've been talking, it's an absolute dream to have them on as a sponsor. It's a great service. So if you guys head over to Shutterstock, be sure to use the promo code Gamebreaker7, and you guys will get 30% off your new accounts, and you can get started today. You can create a free account, start saving any of these inspiration clips that you guys might find for purchase.
Yeah, I don't think
later.
most people know that. Do you guys know that so you don't have to like sign up today. You can actually go over to Shutterstock, make a free account, and you can make these things called light boxes where you start looking for assets and stuff and like see if it's going to work for your YouTube channel or your website, and start saving stuff and sorting it and just kind of keeping it together. And then if you decide that you want to sign up, then you can use the promo code. So you can go up and make an account for free and start looking at all that stuff today.
Be sure to go over and do that. And like we said, use the promo code Gamebreaker7. You guys will get 30% off your new accounts. All right, let's move back on into the show. Caller, you're on the line with Gamebreaker After Dark. Tell us your name, tell us where you're from, and tell us your question.
Hey, Tigger. Hey, Frank Ocean. It's Zista. Just wanted to wish both of you a happy National Cheesecake Day.
So glad you called, Zista.
Hi, Zista.
You called.
Hi.
You usually call and troll us. I think Gary's ready to troll you.
How was the train? How was that? Was your
very interesting build up to this show?
You've just been sitting on the edge of your seat. So is this the person, the caller that I alluded to before? You know, playing trains for 24 hours, and now I guess I get to choose what game you're going to. When are you doing this 24-hour live stream? By the way,
I could do it tomorrow. Or? I could start it tomorrow. But before that, I'd like to preface something really quick.
No prefacing. He bought into that. He's allowed to buy whatever he wants.
Yeah, you can't have any rules.
Well, no. You can. I'm not telling you what to choose. I just want a little bit about the trains, real quick.
Oh, okay, sure.
I've never been so excited to both receive a donation and be scared to receive one at the same time. That after staying up an additional amount of time to watch Legendary afterwards, and then finally passing out, I had this horrific nightmare. Like, horrific. That Gary put me in the passenger car of a train, welded this thing shut, jumped into the engine, put it up full steam, broke the handle off, jumped off the train, and just before it collided, Mike Shaffnet was tied to the tracks in a yellow dress.
Why? Why do I have to be the damsel in distress in that scenario?
You got run over. There's blood and guts everywhere. That was the best part of it.
Hey, what did you think of trains after a 24-hour live stream? I kind of feel like you were sort of like, I don't want to say fully enjoying yourself, but you didn't seem that bothered by it. You kind of seemed to start getting into it.
I can't say that I really got into it so much as the chat room was great company, even though they were torturing me. They took lessons from you in watching you do all these pre-shows with these videos and everything. I'd never realized there were so many songs about trains in my life.
Oh yes, you were getting trolled with the train videos constantly. That was hilarious.
But the game itself, it wasn't awful. It wasn't by far the worst game. I expected it to be a lot worse. Kind of started getting the hang of it by the end of it, and the fact that I actually knew how to play it about halfway through, that eased up a little bit, but it's just, there's not a lot there. So it's not a game that you can really sit there and play for.
So you want Gary to recommend a game for you that's got at least a lot of substance to it then?
Yeah. A lot of substance, a lot of systems.
It's
like
all on
something
Gary.
to do.
Gary, I'm not going to persuade him at all. I'm just going to say, I hate Zelda. Don't make me play Zelda. Don't do that.
No, so I've kind of been thinking about this all week. I've got two, and I'm still undecided. I still don't know which way to go, and I may need the chat room to kind of guide me on this one.
Are we gonna do a 1 and 2 and spam chat?
We might. So chat room, just hang out for a minute. We're not gonna do the voting yet because we have to see both options. I mean, so my first option is I was almost gonna say trains again because I kind of like trains. They kind of seem cool. Which would kind of be funny because you had to do it 2 weeks in a row. But then I was like, man, what else was out there? I like the multiplayer aspect of this. If you do it tomorrow, I don't know. But so,
well, real quick, we even went as far as having a Twitter question. Some XV Shadow said, "Hey, Mike Shaffnet, don't you think Gary Gannon should make Zista do a 24-hour live stream of Tibia?"
No,
I'm all for that one.
I know he's all for that. No,
just saying. I didn't pay the money, so I'm gonna say. But damn it,
I'm torn between two. Zist, are you okay? Let me ask you.
I could delay it a little bit. If you don't want me to do it tomorrow, I could delay it a few days.
Well, tomorrow I'm going to be traveling to Vegas. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to watch. We'll talk about that later. Do you want me to? I seriously. So this is no joke. I'm not even joking. I have two options that I've been toying with, and I do not really know which way to go. Do you want? Should I choose, or do you want me to actually try and let the chat room choose? Do you want me to put the fate of your live stream in the chat, or do you want me to choose? And I will absolutely uphold.
Just as scary.
No, I will. No, I'm actually going to throw. I'm going to throw this to you and let you make this choice. You get to make one choice.
Oh God, this is the worst choice you could have possibly given me. Because on one hand, I have Master Troll Gary Gannon here,
and you can take that away from me. I mean, you already know that both of my
people ever.
Yeah, you know already that both of my choices are probably not going to be good. Like you already know that, and I'm not even gonna lie. But do you want who do you want?
I'm gonna let you choose, Gary.
Ooh, he's gonna let me choose. Okay, well I'm gonna ask for the guidance of the chat room, but I won't say that they will persuade me. My first choice to possibly have Zista play for 24 hours is agricultural Agricultural Simulator 2013, which is basically farming simulator.
Riveting.
This is my
just look at that farming.
Why does Shaftman already have this queued up? That's what I want to know.
He has it already because I knew my two choices. I know my two choices. This is my first choice, and this is a pretty good one. I mean, dude, just think about it. You get to drive like really big tractors. You get to drive small little farm equipment. You got there's livestock. You can there's probably a lot and the other really sick thing about this game is it actually has multiplayer. Now I'm not sure how the multiplayer works in this game, but people could join you from the chat room, and I could potentially join you as well. I mean, look how much fun this looks. I mean, he's
going in circles. He's messing the grass
he's
up.
Turning the soil.
Let me put it this way though. Is this is probably your best choice because there's actually like systems in place here. There's actually a game to be played in this one that can keep you up for 24 hours.
So my second choice, my second choice is called
He's acting like he doesn't know what his second choice is when there was already a video queued up for this first one. So
there's already a video queued up. I hear him clicking.
Gonna be a video queued up for the second one.
I'm just letting like Shafton get ready with the clicking. It's called Robot Vacuum Simulator 2013. Basically, you are a vacuum.
That's it.
Oh my god.
Now, you're basically a Roomba, and you basically have to go room to room. It has dual mode. I don't know what dual mode is, but apparently, I guess
it looks like it's like they set you in a room against another Roomba, and the person who picks up the most trash wins.
So chat room is unanimously pretty much 4-2. All right, so chat room, you guys are gonna help me out. Like I am really on the fence on this one. I'm really not sure because so seriously, on one hand, here's my dilemma. 2 is like the trolliest thing I could possibly do. Like Robot Vacuum Simulator 2013. Like I don't even know how much content is there, or how many rooms, but 24 hours of that is like, holy shit, I'm gonna kill myself. On the other hand, you've got agriculture. And is that going to be like? Is that going to be entertaining after like 30 minutes? Because is this going to play that for 30 minutes and no one is going to want to watch?
Because trains really that exciting? I didn't drop below 25 viewers the entire time.
I kind of got sucked into trains, and I started watching trains. I can't tell. So there's 430 people watching this show right now live. If I would say, all right, look, chat room, if you guys can convince me, if you throw up 2s and it's number 2, it's robot, but you have to at least, and don't lie, you have to at least be honest, throw up a 2 if you'll show up to Zista's live stream of this at some point. You can't leave him hanging. If he's going to go through this for 24 hours, you can't leave him hanging.
While we wait for chat room's response, Zista, did you want to get to your question?
That was my question.
Oh, all right. So
I didn't have a real question this week. I didn't really have
this
anything
is
to
such a
troll.
dilemma.
I'm on the receiving end of the troll this time.
That's what you get after 43 episodes of trolling. This is
now it's going back into your favor here. It's going back to 1. It's going back to Farm Simulator. We were talking about this pre-show. That's why we had him ready. And I'm like, I don't know. Like the Robot Simulator is like the trolliest game I could possibly find. Actually, there's a horse one that was pretty good too. But I don't even know if I want to watch it. I don't even know if I want to watch you playing this damn robot game.
Be funny for about 10 minutes and then it would just suck while you're on the 23rd hour trying to get through something that's probably only a game that takes about an hour to complete.
Zist, can I make you a compromise?
Okay.
You got to play both?
Robot Simulator's free.
Uh-huh.
Can you do at least a 4-hour block? Can you do a 4-hour block of Robot Simulator and then 20 hours of farming agriculture?
I can do that. Yes.
That would be 20.
Because I think that would be 24 hours. Because I feel like 4 hours of the robot simulator is probably enough for anyone. Anyone. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Maybe people will be loving it, and maybe he'll be loving it, and he just wants to keep streaming it. We'll have to see, but we'll get the details of when that's.
So how do you want me to
that.
split this up? Do you want the first 4 hours of the robot simulator, or the final 4 hours?
The final 4. You got to hold that out to the end, brother. You got to publicize that. You got to PR and market that shit. Last 4 hours is robot sim. That's what everybody's going to tune in for. The last 4 hours. All right. So it's going to be Agricultural Simulation 2013, followed by Robot Simulator for the past 4 hours, and then I assume, though I shouldn't assume, but are you going to if more than 100 people show up in the last hour, do you extend every 30 minutes or 30? Is it an hour? What are you doing?
Yeah, for every 100 people, I'll do half an hour.
Okay, and what is your Twitch channel, just so everybody can find it?
It is twitch.tv/Zista, XIZTA.
All right, so mark it down. And now, when are we going to do this? Let's get it out now, really quick. When are you going to do? You going to do it tomorrow? Tomorrow's fine. It's fine. You going to do it tomorrow?
Yeah.
What time are you going to start?
Yeah, if I do it tomorrow, that'll be good, because I did want to watch the EverQuest next thing on Friday, so that'll give me time.
Okay, so what time do you want to start so everybody can tune in? Because everybody here is going to tune in.
I'll probably start 5 p.m., same time I started last week.
Okay, 5 p.m. Eastern, Pacific, what is it?
Eastern, sorry, yeah.
Eastern, 5 p.m. Eastern, tomorrow night, Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Tune into twitch.tv/Zista, XISTA, for 20 hours of 24 hours.
XIZTA, not S.
XIZTA, excuse me. And, all right, awesome.
Cool.
I think you got off easy, because I could have went totally for the robot simulator for 24 fucking hours. Holy crap. I kind of still want to see that. Okay.
Someone in chat is asking if my top donator is going to get to pick another game. I may or may not do that. I haven't decided yet. So
wow, what are you afraid? Are you
kind
afraid?
of scared again. I don't know if I'm.
Are you afraid?
I don't think I could go multiple weeks like this. So I might start doing this maybe once a month if people are really behind this. We'll see.
Well, this is like a second income. It's like a second income. I just keep like dropping in there the last hour and just keep promoting Zista stream over here. We could have a new segment.
There you go. Zista 24 Zista.
24/7 Zista. All right, cool. Awesome, man. Thanks for calling, and it's a fun stream. I actually had a lot of fun.
One last thing. When are we going to get a 24-hour live stream of After Dark?
Oh my God, that's not happening.
There's no way I can answer a question. We've already been going on almost for an hour, and we're only 5 questions in. I can't imagine.
We have been. I should say.
Be 24.
I should say we. I have been talking about sort of like a marathon telethon show since we started Gamebreaker, and I've never done it yet. So a 24-hour stream.
I will call in multiple times for that. Q is looking very excited for that. She'll sit on the line, answer Skype calls for 24 hours. I know.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd just love that.
I want to do one once. The thing is, I want to do I want to do some sort of 24-hour thing, but I want it to be really fun. And I've never been able to kind of put it together. I want electronic DJs to come to the studio and spin and do chiptune shit, and I want to do I want to blow it out. Maybe we got to do that. We got to do that before the year's out. How's that? We'll do it before the year's out.
Count me in. I'll be there.
All right, man. Thanks for calling, man. You guys are awesome.
Thanks.
All right, before we move on and get another caller on the line, I want to tell you guys about one of our other awesome sponsors, Audible.com. Now, guys, if you're like me, you really don't have time for reading. I don't like saying that, but I don't. There's other ways that you can fit in reading or actually getting the joy of books, even when you're too busy to make things happen. And that's through Audible, through audiobooks. Have someone read the book for you while you're driving to work. Maybe you're in the shower, maybe for an hour while you fall asleep and you don't have to keep your brain active. You can just kind of be listening. It's an amazing service. Specifically, one of the books that I've been hearing a lot about. Is that Audible on your iPhone? Oh, wait, stop.
What?
Bring it back up.
What?
What are
you looking for?
Well, you missed the Steve Jobs book.
I
saw the good old face of Mr. Steve Jobs.
Yep, I don't have it downloaded, but I actually have it. I listened to the entire thing on Audible. It's funny? It's true story. Totally true story. True story time? I'm a huge Steve Jobs fan. I own an iPhone. I own a lot of Macs. I know PC players and gamers are like, I I have PCs to game on, but I'm a huge Steve Jobs fan. I bought the hardcover of this book the day it came out, thinking I was going to read it.
Didn't have time.
I'm not going to read it.
You don't have time.
I don't have time. I listened to the entire thing on Audible. I swear to God.
20, and not that it's not a long book, but it says right here 25 hours and 8 minutes.
It's long.
It's long, but
it's awesome to listen to. I look at 9,000 ratings and it's a 4.5. It is a fantastic book. Was that the book you were going to talk about?
That was the book I was going to talk about. My roommate's reading it right now. He was telling me really awesome stuff. Like again, and Gary said it. We get it. You guys hate Steve Jobs. You guys hate Apple because you're PC gamers. But you can't deny the revolutionary nature of this man. There's a reason why everybody knows his name, and it's the book is just, from what my roommate was telling me, is so interesting to get a little bit of insight into the way he thought and the way he ran his business and how simplicity was his mantra and his just everything about the production facilities being spotless was all just a way to impress his father, because that's kind of what he was doing.
This book is so good. Like I cannot. I'm gonna get choked up.
Uh-oh.
No, if people don't remember, like I was supposed to do shows the day Steve Jobs passed away, and I came on air, and I almost couldn't talk. And I literally just came up and I didn't plan it. You weren't here. I was alone in our other studio, which was like a shoebox upstairs on the 3rd floor. And I literally got so choked up and could not do a show that I basically said, like, I don't think it's appropriate, and Steve Jobs passed away, and goodbye. And I like cut it off really fast because I couldn't talk anymore. This book is fantastic. Like, for anybody who is any kind of aspiring entrepreneur or anyone who sort of like just wants to have some insight into somebody who really changed the world. And it didn't occur to me till I was about to do, I forget what show I was going to do. I forget what day of the week it was, but I was about to do a show. And I'm literally sitting, I wish I could show a live shot of our studio right now. But you're surrounded by Macs and PCs, but yes, Macs. And
PC, Mac.
It literally took me back for a second, and I said to him, like, Gamebreaker would not be here probably if it was not for Steve Jobs. And that's absolutely probably a true statement. I know that sounds, to kind of draw those dots between technology and what's going on, I looked around and I was like, I'm surrounded by this guy's equipment and peripherals. It's amazing.
I don't think
the book is awesome.
I don't think I could, and just compounding that, I don't think I could be here if it wasn't for Final Cut. That was what I had in high school, which started me on editing, and that's what started me down this path.
I hadn't thought about it like that until he passed away. That book is awesome, and again, I highly recommend people download it from Audible because it's awesome.
Check out the book, and you guys, as we said, you're super busy. Everybody's got, you know, lives. We're getting older. You're busy. You're going to work. Maybe you just got an hour in the car. It's a great way to get awesome reads in without having to necessarily sit down and read it yourself. Audible is an amazing service, and you guys right now can actually get the Steve Jobs books available on Audible right now. So be sure to go check it out. And when you sign up for Audible, be sure to use the offer code, or actually, if you guys head over to www.audible.com/Gamebreaker, you guys will get a free audiobook. So you guys can just go ahead and get the Steve Jobs books and a free 30-day trial. So why don't you guys jump right on that and get to stepping? I don't know.
Get to stepping.
All right, let's get the show. Let's get this show back on track. Get to stepping. Oh yeah, it's like, where did I hear that before? I did that on the first waypoint. Caller, you're on the line with Gamebreaker After Dark. Tell us your name. Tell us where you're from. Tell us your question.
Oh my God, it was an ad. I know who's on the call already. He hasn't even spoken. Has anybody figured that out yet?
Not chicken.
Oh wow, I thought Eduardo.
Oh, you think Eduardo usually comes after?
Eduardo usually always comes after an ad. It's usually like we do a sponsor and it's Eduardo. Okay, awesome. Who's this? What's your name?
It's not chicken. Hi.
It's not chicken.
Is it beef?
Chicken.
Night.
Is it
chicken.
pork? Pork?
Yeah.
Day pork.
What's up, Night Chicken? What do you got for us? What's your question?
My main question is, how do y'all feel about games that seem to have PvP forced into it? Like, say, I've seen people suggesting that Cube World should have open PvP,
This is
where
about
you
to
can
be
attack
a
other people, or
This is about to be
or
a
other
debate show
games
between
where-
Gary Gannon and I.
What do you,
Or
you mean?
games
What do
that
you mean?
just
Wait.
seems like such a-
Clarify. Forced for me, really quick. Clarify forced. You mean like the game design doesn't feel like it needs to have PvP and people just want it, so they
When
got
a
to put it
game-
in?
Yeah, when a game is just, clearly it's designed not for it, but people start begging for like open world PvP or
I hate
battlegrounds.
it. I hate
or
it. So
ability to
yeah,
attack
that
other
I
people.
hate. This is how I envision it. I envision like a sculptor with clay, and he's making this amazing sculpture, and then somebody comes in and says, "You need to have PvP," and he just like picks up this clump of clay and he just like sticks it on the side. It's like, well, I guess the person I was sculpting has cancer. That's how I do that. Why would you want it in a game that doesn't need it?
Because sometimes, even though it doesn't need it, it adds to the game. Now, I'm not saying this wasn't in the original plan for Magicka. I've heard you say it about Cube World. That's not PvP, but think of how much that player versus player element adds to the game and brings excitement to the game.
Whoa, I'm not talking about, like, now you're talking about specifics. You're saying, like, do I want PvP in Cube World? Yeah, like, I could see it working in that. But that doesn't, no. He's saying forced. You're taking a specific title all of a sudden.
How do you know it's forced unless it got implemented in the first place?
I've seen MMOs implement PvP far along after the fact of their launch, because PvP then became in fashion.
But it sounds like
EverQuest, and I think EverQuest 2.
It sounds like you're even saying that you dislike PvP because of its world PvP implications, though.
No, I love PvP. Like I am more of an open world PvPer. I'm not so much. So I am not so much a battleground-esque PvP or closed map kind of thing. I love open world PvP when it's done right. I love that more than PvE. But I'm trying to watch chat because I'm trying to remember what. But there have been MMOs that like don't launch with it. They're not designed around it. But then all of a sudden, this kind of happened years ago. I gotta say, like PvP all of a sudden became this like you had to have it on your bullet point list of MMOs. You had to have this in your game, or you were not even like on the radar. So all these companies like started just like tacking on PvP, and I think when that happens, when you just tack it on to the side of the game, it's crap. It's not you have to start at the foundation of the game and build from there. And if you don't have it in mind with your game design, it's not going to work. EverQuest 2, exactly. I
don't know. I can't hate on it. I think that it can cause some distaste and displeasure amongst community, but I think that sometimes there are things.
Train sim needs PvP, says the chair, and I agree. You should be able to multiplayer and crash trains into it.
Hit another train dead on. I don't know. I actually I don't want to spin this out into a huge debate just because we are running.
You just want it to want it,
huh?
You just want it to want it. Like you just want to have it in there. You don't even care if it's shit. You don't care if it's like unbalanced crap. Like, doesn't matter. I just wanted the fact that it's in there, because that's what I don't like. If it's missing all those other things, then what's the point except just aggravating me?
Because
like, I'd rather you just say like, hey, this is a PvE game. Have fun. We're really good at this.
Sure. But I guess with what you're saying is I can agree with that. But I guess the one thing that I would say is you'll never know unless you try. And I get it, like maybe the systems designers and everybody are not PvP specialists, and they're just getting told to throw PvP in there. But I don't know. I'm not necessarily of the nature of disliking it just when it's thrown in there. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it doesn't work, then I usually just don't play the game and move on and not get caught up on the fact that its system didn't work. I don't know. That's just me.
I don't know. Charum, if Vacuum Sim had PvP and it involved a cat, it would be fucking awesome. Like, they are missing the boat.
Or a dog or something. We had new levels of different, like one's a dog, one's a cat. It'd be crazy. All right, let's open up the lines. We've got a very short amount of show and a couple callers left to get to. Caller, you're on the line with Gamebreaker After Dark. Tell us your name, tell us where you're from, tell us your question.
What's up, bros? It's Ricksterness.
Yo.
What's up, Ricksterness?
Echo.
Hey, all right. So my question is for Mike S. Because Gary, you're too cool for this question. So just sit there and polish your gun or something.
Put on my sunglasses and polish your gun.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Mike. So you did your show, the A-list, but you did a thing about Full Metal Alchemist, and I really enjoyed, that show. So I was wondering if there's any new cartoons like Full Metal Alchemist that you would recommend.
I can't recommend on experience. I haven't had the time to watch Attack on Titan. Gary just asked me about this last night, but I've been hearing nothing but good things about Attack on Titan. Amazing, amazing show. If you didn't jump on the bandwagon when I was tweeting, I think it was like 6 months ago, I was talking about, what's it called? It's the MMO one that came out just recently. Sword Art Online.
Sword Art Online?
That's a great one if you haven't. I've honestly, here's where I've turned around, and I don't keep up with the new fresh anime as much as I should. But what
Can I plug Cube Nation?
What does Cube Nation have anything to do with anime?
Attack on Titan.
Oh, is there an Attack on Titan mod? Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead and plug that. I'll find it real quick.
No, you can just keep going. You don't have to find it. I'm just joking around. Yeah, we have Attack on Titan. No, just keep going. Because I can't say anything about anime. So
well, somewhere around here, there's an Attack on Titan mod for Cube Nation, which you guys should go check out. But what was I getting at? Oh, here's the thing. A lot of people didn't like my response for Pacific Rim. I walked out of the movie and literally said, it's entertaining, it's fun, but it's not a good movie. And I got so much hate from people. I don't know. Well, why would you say that? It's just meant to be stupid and fun and entertaining. I don't hate it. I dislike it because anime, like Gundam, set such a great precedent. Evangelion. I can't.
Did you just dodge the question?
What's that?
You just dodged the question. How'd you get on the Pacific Rim?
Because I'm talking about more anime. I'm talking about more anime that's good if you haven't. It's not new.
All right,
but Evangelion.
Just keeping you on check.
Evangelion, Gundam Wing, G Gundam. There are a lot of really good mech Gundams. So for those of you that maybe saw Pacific Rim and didn't necessarily like the story in it, I encourage you guys to go check out some of the older giant mech style animes, because those are really good. And that's actually another one that I've gone back and started watching is G Gundam, because that is very similar to Pacific Rim, where they kind of put on this suit and their body moves the actual the Gundam, and it was very Pacific Rim-esque, and I just wish I could have seen that from it. So I'm rewatching that. If you haven't checked that out, go check that. Sorry, I can't necessarily tell you any new ones that maybe you haven't heard of yet, because I just don't have the time to keep up with the ones that aren't super popular. But
that was a good show.
What?
The A-list.
It was a good show.
It was a good show.
It's a great show. It's just super hard to watch 400 episodes of an anime and give a review every week.
This is true. This is definitely true.
I loved that show. I really did. I loved working on it. I loved creating it. I loved seeing it come together. I wish I had the time to make that show more, but right now it's just not on the cards.
It's all about Waypoint.
All about Waypoint. All right, let's open up the lines and get this going. Caller. Not even gonna pretend caller. Eduardo, you're on the line. It's Eduardo's corner. What do you got?
Oh, here he is.
Hello. Hey guys.
Hello, sir. How are you? How are you?
I'm great. Well, so I was watching Sista's stream, not the Train Simulator one, but the Metal Gear Solid stream that he's doing. He's playing all the Metal Gear games, and well, I got very sad because I don't know if you know, but Keifer Sutherland is going to be Solid Snake in the new game. That means David Hayter is not going to be Solid Snake anymore.
So you hate who's going to be him simply because who?
No. I never said. Chavnet, don't put words in my mouth. I never said I hate Keifer Sutherland. I am very sad because I am going to miss David Hayter and his, because for me he was Snake all these years.
And
change is hard.
David Hayter is the voice actor, correct?
Yeah, he's the voice actor.
I think Keifer Sutherland could do a really good job though at Solid Snake. Like I honestly I didn't know this little tidbit fact until now, but I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I think it could work.
I think what Eduardo's getting at is kind of similar to the anime argument. For me specifically, I can't watch I can't watch Japanese subbed anime a lot because when I do, I have to focus on it. I can't be working. So I prefer to watch it in English because it's easier so I can keep working or I can be playing video games. But one of the few that I do was Bleach. And that was simply because I'd watched so much Bleach in Japanese that I literally couldn't pull myself away from the way Ichigo had to sound. And I see what you're saying there with David Hayter, because you correlate his voice. You know how Solid Snake is supposed to sound, and Keifer Sutherland might not present that same heartwarming
Do you not like
feel
Keifer?
to it.
Do you not like
I don't
Keifer,
mind
Eduardo?
Are you talking Eduardo or?
I'm talking to Eduardo.
Yeah, well,
Eduardo.
Yeah, I like.
I care about Eduardo's feelings.
In 24, I mean, yes, and that's all I know about Keifer Sutherland. I know that he made like a movie about horses or something before, but I only know Keifer Sutherland for 24. And I watched like 5 seasons.
I think he's gonna do a good job. Am I I'm like a weird person. I'm like finding more about. I like change.
Well, like,
is that weird? I like when things get mixed up. I'm excited now to know that Keifer Sutherland is doing.
What was it?
Snake.
It was Sunday that we were out and we heard who was Ryan Gosling gonna play, and people are all up in arms about Ryan Gosling playing.
Anakin's
son. Like, I don't get it. Like I always. I mean, I do. I guess I get the where you're coming from, where you, David Hayter, is Solid Snake, but you have to. I just feel like you have to be open to interpretation. You have to be open to other people being able to step into roles and embrace them. And honestly, I think that Keifer Sutherland will do a good job based on everything that he's done in the past of researching the topic of Solid Snake and really kind of bringing him to life. And maybe bringing a bit of his own, talent to the role. I don't know. I don't know if I hate it. I get, like I said, I get where you're coming from.
Things have to change.
I think there could be so much worse than Keifer Sutherland.
Oh, way worse. Way worse. I could like name 20,000 people who would probably be worse. That's like a really good choice. The more I think about it now that you just told me, I'm like, wow, that's gonna be a really good choice. Like I'm gonna really enjoy listening to Keifer kind of like voice Snake.
You think what, Eduardo?
Well, maybe it's because I am very attached to the voice actors of the things that I watch. Like when I am going to spoil Arkham City, but when the Joker died, and I knew that Mark Hamill was not going to be the Joker anymore ever in any media. He was not going to be the voice of the Joker anymore. I got a little sad. Like, well, and I
kind of take it. I mean, whether he did it or not, but that's a sin. Okay, so what about the argument of who played the Joker in the Batman? There's so many people who say, gosh, I'm bad with these two names. Who was it in the original? Anyone help me?
Anyone? Who anyone?
Who played Joker in
who
the
are
Batman?
you asking? Who are you asking?
He was also
me?
in freaking The Departed. Oh my gosh, I just can't think of his name. Jack Nicholson
Oh,
versus
wow.
Jack Nicholson.
versus and now I can't think of the new guy who ended up dying shortly
You
after.
can't think of anybody. He's a great host. Can't think of anybody.
I thought of all these other things. But
I'm going to bring up
that's the
two
same thing.
examples of the Joker, and I can't remember either
so many
of them.
people look at Jack Nicholson and say that's my
Heath
idea
Ledger.
of the Joker.
Heath Ledger.
But at the same
They were
time,
both amazing.
They're both amazing. They were both two representations of what the Joker could be. Different times, different eras, different things, and yet I get that you're going to everybody's going to have their favorite interpretation, but you just kind of have to be open to other interpretations, because guess what? In 30 years, David Hayter, well, I don't know. In 100 years, David Hayter's not going to be around anymore.
100 years. I hope not.
I don't know how old David Hayter is right now. Let's see here. He's 44. So 60, 70 years, he's not going to be around anymore. And if they want to continue, if you still really think that they're doing a good job with, which they won't because Kojima will probably be gone, but they're still doing a good job with Metal Gear Solid, you'd want that to live on. You wouldn't want it to stop just because David Hayter passed away.
I am so damn excited for the new Metal Gear Solid. Oh my God.
That looks great. I'm excited for that as well.
Oh my God. I cannot wait. I loved the last Metal Gear. Did you like it, Eduardo? Did you enjoy that one?
Yes, the Metal Gear Solid 4 or Peace Walker. Because I really
no,
don't...
Metal Gear Solid, sit down and eat some popcorn while I watch a movie.
Four. No, 4. No, I don't consider that action game even a Metal Gear game.
What about Revengeance? Did you like Revengeance?
No. 4.
No.
4 was amazing. That 40-minute
cutscene,
Gear.
It is. It's got Metal Gear, and it's not a Metal Gear Solid game, but it is a Metal Gear game.
I mean, it's
MGS4 is
the
amazing
action thing that Metal Gear is. I mean, it's a decent brawler slash them all. It's a decent game, but
look, man, things need to progress. Things need to move on.
The game about.
You might need to go to therapy and just trying to embrace change and just I don't know, just kind of embrace the whole entire thing. Maybe do some yoga. I hear yoga is good for change. Just kind of calms you.
Yoga?
Yeah.
I mean, is that just because of the relaxation of
the relaxation
that helps revive
become
your body?
one? Maybe study the Tao. Become one with water. Just move with it like water. That's the way I go about life. Just move with water. So when Keifer Sutherland comes in and moves in, I'm okay with it. So move into right, just like water. Just move right into it.
I mean, I've already said it. That's my thing is I think there's obviously going to be good interpretations and there's going to be very bad interpretations. For example, is every other video game movie ever made. Silent Hill. I want so bad to like Silent Hill, but I just can't. It's a really bad interpretation. And you know what? I'm just going to have to live with it and accept the fact that the video game is my pride and joy, and I'll just keep playing that. All right, let's open up the lines one more time and get this last caller in here before we call the show.
You are the last caller of the evening.
You're on the line with Gamebreaker After Dark. Tell us your name. Tell us where you're from. Tell us your question.
Hello, I'm called Alex, and I'm from Britain.
Hello, Alex. What part of Britain
Remember the time when you were in Scotland?
Scotland. Beautiful Scotland.
Remember
Never
the
been. Seen a lot of
time
pictures.
when you were swearing all the time? I really enjoyed
Remember the
it.
time.
Gary, swear more.
Cocksucker, motherfucker, son of a bitch, motherfucking cunt, bag, son of a bitch, fucker.
Thanks, Gary.
You're welcome.
So my question for you this time is, do you remember all the time in 1990 something, 95 maybe? You were going to the stores buying the latest game journal, and you get a disc with demos. When was the last time you had actually a demo? And do you miss it?
Jeez. No.
Wow. Yeah, we don't get those at all anymore.
They're called alphas and betas.
I totally remember buying PC Magazine, or maybe it wasn't even PC Magazine, but those type of games back in the day of just you'd get a disc, you'd get a CD disc inside of it, and sometimes it would be the only reason I bought the damn magazine, because it was oh my god, I want to play the demo of this game, it's so awesome. PC Gamer used to do them all the time. Wow, I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, that's kind of well, I guess yeah, we don't even get download demos anymore.
But we also don't get.
We get paid for alpha.
Oh, you were just.
We have to pay for alpha at this point.
You were just about to say that we don't get magazines anymore. But yeah, I think that That's kind of where you were gonna go with that. But
no, we don't get demos anymore.
Right. And as you said, it's because they wised up. They're like, why are we spending money making these demo discs when people will just pay to play our game in alpha?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. It was really interesting. My brain went, wow, I hadn't even thought about that. That's a really good point, because they used to give demos away for free inside of magazines, these paper things that you used to buy at the store, and no kids are like, what are these magazines?
That's Reddit, right?
They were like paper, and you bought them and you read them, especially at the airport. You bought them at the airport all the time. But they had a disc inside of them, and that's gone away. And it's really interesting, because now that you say that, so not only have demos gone away, they've now figured out a way to charge you for beyond the demo, because the demo was kind of polished. Now they're charging you for the alpha, the shit that's not even done yet. and they're like, "Hey, pay us $20 or $40 to play this while we're still working on it, and give us feedback, tell us if you like it, and then we'll keep coding it." That's a really interesting observation.
Do you think that the boom of free to play and the indie genre is what started that catalyst?
The boom in what? The
indie games and free to play games, just the change in the market. There's no doubt we've seen a change in everything from the way things were way back when. Could the indie scene and the free to play scene be the catalyst for that?
Probably part of it. Probably definitely part of the yeah, probably that. And also I think the distribution mechanisms have changed so much, especially in PC gaming now with Steam. It's like I think the call to action to buy a game on Steam is much greater and in your face than those. I mean, print is dead, so it's like that doesn't even really exist anymore. I don't know. I haven't ever really thought about this entire sort of like spectrum of this idea. It's really interesting. I kind of now that you're making me sad because I'm kind of wishing more AAA games would actually offer a demo. Well, yeah. I mean, like, give me a level, give me like something to try out initially. Like that would be really awesome. I'd really enjoy kind of having a demo. There's been a bunch of games I bought on Steam in the past year that I kind of wish like if I had a demo, I probably wouldn't have bought it.
Is that maybe okay? So that being said, what about what PlayStation's doing with their new policy with PlayStation 4? I could be wrong, but I believe they're embracing the policy that every game that's available on the PlayStation Store is going to have a demo attached to it. You can play the demo for free and see if you like the game, and then if you like it, you can purchase and download it.
Wow, I'm all for that.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I'd love confirmation on that because that would be great. I'd love that. I also don't know. I hate the fact. I kind of don't like the fact that I don't like that MMOs don't offer like some sort of trial, whether it's level or days, whatever, kind of right off the bat. I hate the fact that they use that as a mechanism down the road for marketing. I wish more MMOs would allow that because the MMOs don't ever do that, at least for 6 months, if not a year.
Right. It's tough. It's a different time, different era, but really interesting. Really interesting to see where that might end up being. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at myself on this stream.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Missed it. I was trying to run a couple switcher things. Gary Gannon, you can follow him right down there at Gary Gannon. Be sure to follow him and check him out all over the place. Oh gosh, the sunglasses are on. That must mean a gun's coming shortly. Did I move too much? Here's my thing. Here's the thing. Real quick, I need to have a chat with the internet. Why does everybody have a problem with someone who moves during a show? You really want someone to stand there stiff as a board, not give you any energy, not get excited about what they're talking about? Is that fun for you? If that's fun for you, leave me a comment down in the box down here.
These are horrible, by the way. They're not.
I love them.
These are not mine. These are shaft
great. They were
shaft
$20.
No, these are not mine.
And they're great for frisbee golfing because I picked that back up and I'm loving it. You guys can follow me down here at Mike Shaftnet. Be sure to catch me and Gary live here every Tuesday at 9 p.m. PDT for live call-in shows. Also, be sure to check out my awesome new show, Waypoint, that goes out Tuesday. Wow, I got 2 shows on Tuesday now. That really wasn't intelligent. But that goes up on Tuesdays as well right here on Gamebreaker TV. Also, catch me over on Legendary on Thursdays. Be sure to follow Gamebreaker TV for all of your video game-related needs. Cube Nation, Audible, Shutterstock, all that stuff. You know it. You love it. That's about it. See you guys next week.